All right, so this is gonna probably be a long type of series that I'll probably make, but won't be that much long though. But yeah, it's time where we have to talk about some real good games, and we're gonna start off with Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare. Talking about the original Modern Warfare game, the one that started up the hype, the real franchise where it got critical acclaim. Like the greatest of the great. Where it all started. Um, Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare is a great game. I will not lie. Um, so 2007, there isn't much we have played. So I know I've said that World at War is my first Call of Duty, right? So that was as I was where I was like wasn't knowing much about Call of Duty 4, but after going around, after playing World at War, I came over here and played Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare, and I was like, holy shit, man, this is where the franchise was going, and why cannot Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare be a whole lot better than the new games that are out there? Call of Duty 4 is actually a really good game. It's a really great COD. I still play it to this day. I still even play it to this day. Like I said, many of us have already quit Call of Duty, have already checked out, have played older video games, and they seem to be a whole lot better. This game still holds up to this day, about 16 years later. This game is like about 16 years old now, and this game is actually still doing live now. It's just, man, what is going on right now? Like, why can't Call of Duty bring in something like this? Like, Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare is a great fucking game, and it's sure, people talk about, oh, what about graphics? Doesn't matter, man. The graphics don't mean anything in video games, though. But this game right here, Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare, is where I actually got is where the real G's were right there. I know, like I said, I started Call of Duty. My first Call of Duty was World at War, but I came back to this game, and like I said, I was hyped up to this day to the last of days. It's like it was greatness, though. So yeah, you know what? People start thinking that, oh my God, why are the older games way better than the new games? Well, that's something I wish that I didn't really have the answer for. But the reason why the older games are way better is because they have a lot more with it. They have a lot what we need. So yeah, I'm gonna give out an undeniable, irrefutable, undeniable review about Call of Duty 4, and then we're gonna work our way with videos on the other games that I've been talking about, like World at War and the original Black Ops, Modern Warfare 2, and all that stuff. So first off, the reason why Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare is awesome, it's a great game, is because back in the day, the original Infinity Ward that was run by Jason West and Vincent Bella, they had passion with this game. Sure, it was like 20 or 50 developers, but that was like less than what they needed. But they still had passion with this game. Like they wanted to make a good game. They wanted to make something really well. And here's the thing: this original Infinity Ward, they were the ones that created the original Call of Duty games. The first Call of Duty, Call of Duty 2, those other games. And then you had Treyarch bringing in Call of Duty 3, which, but yeah, after that, they made something like this. It was great. Call of Duty 4 wasn't light. It was they had passion. They actually cared about the community. They actually wanted to make something good. So yeah, Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare actually gave me something that I wanted. So yeah, that was there. So it had passion though. So yeah, I enjoy that. Reason number two on why Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare is so awesome, is such a great game, is because this game, this game had like 90% of it, had like 95% of its content all released with the disc. Like it was all launched. The last 10% was possibly bug fixes, and then the map pack that they actually brought into that game. They brought in a little more maps though. So yeah, you had some fun right there too. But yeah, the reason, here's the thing. Here's why many people just don't get why Call of Duty 4 is actually a great game. Like it brought in it brought in like kill streaks, it brought in perks, it brought in different weapon variances, it brought in the sprint variant, it brought in a lot of stuff. Call of Duty 4 also had a chance that if you really wanted to vote to skip the map that they're gonna put you in the next game though, so you had a chance though. So that's the thing what Call of Duty 4 had. It had all these different things it just doesn't make any sense why Modern Warfare 2 or Ven Garbage or those other games why they don't have that stuff. Call of Duty 4, like I said, is actually a great game because it has good balanced gunfights. You had assault rifles if you want to go people from a range. You had submachine guns if you want to give people headstrong. Same thing with shotguns. The campaign, the story mode was really well thought out, man. Like the beginning, like sure we didn't know much about the original characters, like for instance Captain Price, Silva Tavish, Gaz, Sergeant Griggs, and you had Captain McMillan. There was this one mission in the game that actually felt that was really a great mission though. Like it was called All Gillied Up, where you had to go into a ghillie suit and go through Chernobyl. Chernobyl, a failed power plant in Ukraine. Like Call of Duty 4, like had a lot of good elements into it. Like it had the darkness elements in there. Like not fully, but it had it right there. And then it had like some great moments where you had like you were able to stand like have variety. So yeah, so Call of Duty 4, this was where, like I said, this was like the beginning of greatness. Like this is where like Call of Duty, like this was where shooter games was at its height. This was where this was our go-to multiplayer. Like Call of Duty 4, it had everything in the get-go. It had everything that you needed. You had guns, you had weapons, you had sidearms, you had challenges, you had kill streaks, you had perks, you have all these stuff in like one package of a disc. Like you look at Modern Warfare 2 and Vanguard, there's like so many things that they got rid of that was put in Call of Duty 4. There's no map voting. Like you can't even choose if you want to skip the map, or you don't even you aren't given all those stuff. Like you did in Call of Duty 4. And here's the thing: the kill streaks and getting a kill in this game felt a lot more rewarding than all that stuff. So that's why, like I said, Call of Duty 4, we all play it back then. We all play it still, the original Call of Duty 4, and not that piece of shit Modern Warfare Remastered. The OG Call of Duty 4, the one that was released in 2007. I'm telling you, man, the guns in this game were actually well thought out and well put, man. You had different guns to choose from. You didn't have just one overpowered fucking weapon. You had many different guns to choose, like the M4, you had the AK-47, you had the M16, you had the fucking MP5, you had the 74U, you had the P90. You also had the M1014. You had different variety to choose from. You didn't have to just choose one fucking gun variant and all that stuff. See, that's the thing. Many people want to think that, oh man, you gotta have the no. You pick something and you feel like if you think you're actually good with it, you can do it. You had a child. You could also challenge yourself if you wanted to use different weapons though. That's what Call of Duty 4 had, and that's what like every game until like Black Ops 2 had something like that. You weren't forced to like use one overpowered fucking weapon over and over again. You had different variety to choose from. Like that's where like Call of Duty just lost its luster like after Black Ops 2. Like after Black Ops 2 when the new COD came when another COD came out like in 2013, like it was just fail. The maps in this game they flow really well. Like everyone is actually playing normally. You don't have like you have a lot of people moving around and stuff like that, and no one you don't have that much people camping like you do in the remastered version. Like people on Call of Duty 4 are moving a lot more than the Modern Warfare remastered. Like this game, Call of Duty 4, you got more people moving around, just playing like men, just playing the game like normally. It's just that's how a game's supposed to be, man. Like you next gen motherfuckers, you would have been swallowed up in a hole like fucking milk does, and you would have been fucking shit on a dime. You would have been dropped dead with stage 4. That's like, man, it's ridiculous. And mainly, I was on Xbox 360 when after I played World at War. When I was playing World at War, and then I started playing this game. It had variety. It had great stuff. It had good gunfights. It all had all those stuff. I know it had a couple shitty perks like martyrdom and second chance, but at least you would have a chance to be on a gunfight though. Call of Duty 4 has all that. And like I said, the campaign, well thought out, well done, well done, Jason West. Well done, Vincent Pella. You guys knew what you were doing back then. Call of Duty 4 is actually a really good campaign. Has a really good campaign though. Certainly isn't the best though, but it's really great though. It's a great campaign. I'd actually kept. I always play it over and over again. Just like some of the other campaigns. What else is there? Well, there's also, like I said, um, balance. The game has somewhat bit of a broken stuff, like stun times three, frag times three, and then the M16. But at least you'd have a chance. You'd have a chance to fucking ball your fist ups and fight. So yeah, like it's crazy, but it's fun though. Call of Duty 4 has its magic though. That's why many of us still play this game. So yeah, Modern Warfare Remastered was a failure, but this game, Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare, was a great success, man. This game, I'm still playing it to this day though. Like I'd rather be playing like an old game that actually has something with variety than a new game that just looks good but plays like shit. Like I'd rather play Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare. Like this game, it's just there with us. But yeah, I'm gonna get up out of here, man. But yeah, it's still Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare is a great game. It's where many of us have been there in the beginning. I started in World at War, so I mean, hey, it's 1 year late though, but still, I'm with you guys. But yeah, man, like this is ridiculous. Like it just doesn't make any sense. Like new hardware should be better games. But the fact is, we're not getting it. Like Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare and World at War, they both had their content ready up and at them, 90% of its content, and then the 10% with DLC and bug fixes. Like, what do you see in Ven Garbage and Modern Warfare 2? Literally, 20 to 40% of their content came in during launch. Like, and then they had to bring in with seasons and all that stuff. It's just, dude, like, just leave it, man. Just play Call of Duty. People, play the original Call of Duty 4 while you still can, because they might shut the servers down. But this game, Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare, is a game that where it has its variety. It has its thing. Thank you very much, Jason West. You did a great job. Same thing with you, Vincent Pella. Nice work, gentlemen.